Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Well, hello. So, 2023. It's time for me to restart this little vlog. I've upgraded all my camera equipment and stuff so I can make something a bit nicer, a bit more fancy. And upgraded my lighting setup as well. You've got a lovely blue background here as well. Yeah, I don't really know how to start this. I just really wanted to do something. It's 2023. 2022 is in the rear view mirror at the moment. We're currently working on a few projects like Horticulture, and we're still working on our TTS mods and game design and stuff like that. And I just wanted to sort of start recording it, I guess, to try and, I don't know, send a message to myself, maybe send a message to other people, just, you know, see my process and see what they think. So for the first episode, I thought I'd just keep it simple. We're going to nip over to the whiteboard in a minute with some proper lighting to go through my goals for 2023. The reason I wanted to do a vlog is I'm kind of fascinated with the whole like filming thing. YouTube is just an absolute wealth of resources for things like different types of camera, which I've upgraded here, so we've got a lovely 4K camera now. Different lighting setups and things like that, just sort of trying to do something a bit different. I'm trying to learn some new skills. That's one of my goals, which we'll get to in a minute. And I thought videography, that'd be quite fun, that'd be quite interesting. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so why don't we just flip over now to the whiteboard and we'll get started. We'll keep this one nice and short to start off with, shall we? Okay, see you in a minute. So we're off again. Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, as I said, we've turned on all the lights now. We're going to have a quick look at the whiteboard. And this is basically my resolutions for 2023, just to sort of go through it. And yeah, let's see how many I can hit by the end of the year. You see, obviously, I've got these lovely orange triangles. So I'm also going to be using some new fancy, what's it called, a rocket book to try and keep a record of this as well. So yeah, New Year's resolutions. First one is going to be pitch to at least 3 different publishers this year. I managed to 1 or 2 last year, but again, we were working on Horticulture as our own little internal project, so it kind of reduced the amount of scope I had for doing pitching. But yeah, hoping to do a bit more of that this year. We've got loads of cool ideas that we've got on TTS, like we've got a dragon farming game, we've got a game about sort of retaking a land with a bunch of mechs, we've still got the one about spoonicorns, you know, the ice cream slinging unicorns and that kind of thing. So I've got plenty of stuff in the hopper. Hopefully we can get one to a point where myself or Gino can, you know, pitch these out. Gino being my business partner in Tinkerbot Games. Okay, cool. Learn 1 new skill. So videography I've kind of learnt a little bit, but I'm going to try and maybe either take that a step further or learn something completely brand new. So over here I've got soldering. Mainly I'm looking to do some weird stuff with like electronics or lighting. So I've been working on LED panels and things like that. I'm hoping that maybe I could learn soldering as a skill just so I can do even fancier lighting arrangements without having to use those little clips that you can use on LED lights, or even go so far as to maybe generate one of, where is it? Oh, build a gaming console. Well, that's a stretch goal. We'll worry about that one later. Video editing, as I've already mentioned, and I'd like to sort of stretch a bit more into graphic design. So last year we had to do a bit more of the graphic design on our own. The Kickstarter page, for example, for Horticulture the majority was myself using some very, very basic graphic design skills to try and get that to a point where it looked professional enough and was a good presentation of what we wanted to show people. So yeah, maybe take that a step further. I've got the Affinity package. It's a really good publisher, designer, and photo, I think the last one is. But it's a really good package for, you know, myself who's very novice at it. It's quite easy to use, a little bit easier than GIMP 2, which is what we were using before. I mean, no slant on GIMP 2. The fact that it's free and as powerful as it is, amazing. But yeah, we're going to look to do Affinity. Obviously, I'll do some more videos on that as well. And then, yeah, last one is a bit of a weird one, actually. So for my birthday in 2021, I was given a bunch of vouchers, a bit of cash and that kind of thing, and I thought, oh, I really fancy one of these bizarre machines called a Cricut, or Cricut, I'm not sure. It sounds like cricket, but essentially it's a tool for like cutting out vinyls up to sort of chipboard level stuff. Don't know if I've got any here. Just a video. Yeah, sort of chipboardy stuff like that. So, you know, making tokens and things that are a bit of an odd shape. So I've heard that they're very good for things like hex cutting, that kind of thing. So yeah, that I'd like to, as a thing this year, is to actually use the thing, because I really, really struggled. The interface was a bit ropey between the PC and it. It's supposed to be wireless, but it never worked wirelessly. It was a bit strange. And they've got a proprietary bit of software involved with it as well that makes it really hard to use, actually, because it kind of limits how much you can do with it. I need to investigate that a little bit more, but apparently there is a way that you can just set it up as on a piece of paper with like black outlines or something, and then shove it in, and it will do the rest of the job for you. Don't know how that's going to work, but you know, I'm willing to give it a try and basically complete a project with it, whether that's going to be a game design, some t-shirts or something with vinyls, some vinyl stickers to maybe make some sort of cool box or display or something like that. So yeah, something I'd like to basically warrant the cost of it. It didn't cost me anything. It was a present. But again, I hate to see things going to waste. And obviously, if I can't do something with it, think of a plan B. Some stretch goals. So I've got 2 stretch goals. So the first one is this right now. This is the vlog. So the vlog at least once per month. I'd like to. It's for me mostly, but I'd like to be able to share things with other people. So that I'll have a few like top 5s, top 10s, some tips and tricks that I've learned as a game designer. I may even introduce some of my other loves, so things like video gaming. I love a bit of video gaming. Board gaming, obviously, is a big one, as you saw over there behind me a second ago. I like a bit of Lego. I like 3D printing. There's lots of stuff that I can delve into over the next sort of 12 months. So hopefully, vlog at least once a month, short videos. I don't want to go massive onerous editing or anything like that. Yeah, and then, as I said, the last one is, so for my birthday this year, we visited a place in Bristol, which was like a history of gaming. And one of the consoles in there that they had available was a MAME console using a Raspberry Pi inside. It had hundreds of arcade games from back in the day, and me and my son were there for absolutely hours playing this one, Aliens vs Predator. Brilliant fun. Had so much fun with it that I thought, hold on, where do you get these from? They were very expensive. So the shape and design I was quite sort of familiar with. It was something maybe I could personally do. And then obviously that led me down a YouTube rabbit hole of trying to find all these different people that knew how to do things like, you know, soldering and Raspberry Pi programming and that kind of thing. So as a stretch goal, maybe by the end of the year, build my own gaming console, like an old arcade cabinet, load it with a Raspberry Pi and get a few games on there. I don't know about how that's going to work, but we'll figure it out. Cool. Right, so that's basically, I'm hoping Gino will also come on here and be able to give you some of his a bit later. I don't know whether he'll have time. He's unfortunately a very busy man. But anyway, thanks for listening. I'll get this edited very, very quickly because I've got to upload it tomorrow so that I can keep hitting my once a month thing to start with. And hopefully use these also as an opportunity to improve my videography skills. So at the moment, I'm just using the camera with its inbuilt lens, inbuilt microphone, and a few little lighting bits and setup there. So yeah. Thanks everyone. Cheers. Bye.